Hello. Today we're going to be going through the Action Research Project for EDSA 530. I'd like to talk for a moment about your Action Research Project and in general terms. I want this project to be relevant to your to your situation, and I want it to be exciting and engaging in a meaningful way for you to learn. The specifics are outlined in a file on the course site, Action Research Project Overview. And this file also contains some important appendices that you'll need to complete the project. It's worth 35% of your grade. You can work on it on your own or with a partner, and it's due in stages throughout the semester. The final project is due on Sunday, March 16th. You should have watched a little overview of what Action Research is, and just to review quickly, Action research is the process of studying a real school or classroom situation to understand and improve the quality of actions or instruction. Because our course is about community relations, we're going to explore how well your school or organization communicates with the public, the internal and external public. Action research has a number of stages. Central to all good research is the question. What is it that you're trying to investigate? Normally, there would be, after the development of a question, a review of the literature to find out what people already know, what researchers have already uncovered about this topic. Because this is an abbreviated course, we're going to skip this step so that you can learn the mechanics of the rest of the process. An action plan has been created for you. You're going to use that action plan to go out and collect some data, analyze your findings, and then present your findings on the course site. Our research question is the following. What are the perceptions of stakeholders regarding your educational organization, that is, your school or university, and how may these perceptions guide a plan for the development of a new policy or an improvement of an existing policy? And by this I mean a communications policy. Some of you have discovered already that you don't have communications policies, or you may discover one that's pretty old, or you may have an up-to-date one, but they can always be improved. Step one in the Action Research Project is to first understand your own organization's policy or plan when it comes to public relations. You'll need to locate it if it exists, and this will take place by February 9th. Read it, discuss it with one or more colleagues. Some of you may find that no plan exists, so instead of reading a plan, you're going to think about, did it ever exist? Do a little digging, talk to people who have been around a while. Why isn't there one now? Next, you should select one individual, ages 18 or older, from each of the following groups. Group 1 consists of internal publics. These are people that work for your school or organization. They might be an administrator, someone in the central office. They might be faculty members, teachers, staff members, other individuals, cafeteria workers, basically anyone that works for the school. And group 2 should be external publics. These are parents, community members, business people, club members, anyone possibly related to the school, but not actually an employee. When you're considering these stakeholders, you may wish to consider the community power structures. Morbaggin and Gallagher defined these as people of influence who try to shape community decisions in ways that either protect or advance their interests and do both. Normally, they are leaders. They exhibit intelligence and leadership characteristics. They're people that others look up to. And they are influential in determining the fate of your school or other organization. For example, business leaders sometimes will be useful in donating funding to schools or projects that they appreciate. Labor leaders, influential parents can help spread word about particular projects that the school would like publicized, for example, news leaders, and not just newspapers, but nowadays we have to think in terms of influential bloggers, for example, for social media, government officials, school boards. These are what I mean by community power structures. And if you would like to approach one of these, if you have a good relationship with these individuals, that would be encouraged. The next thing to do is to ask two stakeholders, if you're working with a partner, if they will participate in your action research project by allowing you to interview them. When you do this, there are some important ideas you need to mention. First, that you are doing this for a class. Second, their participation is completely voluntary. They should not feel coerced into doing the interview. Third, it will require about 15 to 20 minutes of their time. Fourth, it is confidential. Only pseudonyms will be used and not real names. This is pretty typical in qualitative action research. We do not want to identify participants by name to protect their privacy. So we will use pseudonyms such as Participant 1 or P1, Participant 2. If they agree, print out 2 copies of the interview consent form, which is located in Appendix A of the overview document. Ask each participant to sign one. This is their consent to be interviewed. Scan the signed forms in and upload them by the end of this week, February 2nd. If you are with a partner, upload the 2 forms for the 2 participants that you will interview.